My name is Nick Schmuck. I'm the executive chef of Real Kitchen. We're located at Clark and Montrose in the Ravenswood neighborhood in north side of Chicago, and we've been open for about a year and a half at this point. As a kid, our family, we always had a family meal every night, so it's always been a part of me, I guess, like this sense of community and like the love that you can share through cooking and communal dining. It was probably within like a year or two of getting into college that I really started cooking a lot. We would have 30 people over and have big Thanksgiving dinners in the hallways, which is probably atypical for like a college sophomore. We moved to Indiana, and every once in a while I would take a trip up to Chicago, either to stage in a restaurant that I had been reading about or to go out to dinner. So one of the dinners was at Schmuck Trotter's. Everything about the service, the technique, the ingredients, it just rocked my world. And so I knew that's what I wanted. And so moved up here and got an apartment like 3 blocks away in the hopes that I could get a job. And I did. I managed to. One of those things. Got kind of lucky. Someone, they happened to be looking for someone right at that time. Some of the stuff that he'll come down on you for has absolutely nothing to do with food. And at the time, you think it's kind of BS. Like, what's he getting on my case for about this table that's slightly askew halfway across the room that I haven't seen all day? And that was always kind of his approach, was that it didn't matter what you were doing. There was no excuse for not having your eye on everything and making sure everything was perfect. I think like a lot of the times in fine dining, people get these blindfolds pulled over them where they think that there's nothing in the world beyond fine dining. If you don't work 17 hours a day, then you're nothing, which is, you can edit this, but it's shit, And it got to the point where, I had someone in my life that I love incredibly, and she's my wife now. I wasn't happy, and she wasn't happy. Go to work at 10 in the morning, get home at 2 in the morning is a pretty rotten way to live. So it wasn't worth ruining my personal life over. I guess the idea was born out of the fact that there's so many people that are so busy and nobody cooks. There's always one day a week where you're just burnt out and you don't want to do it. And we wanted to give people the opportunity to be able to have good, honest food in their kitchen, at their dining room table, like you probably did growing up, when people cooked a lot more and a lot of families had this like core time at night where everyone had like a home-cooked meal. And so this gave us a chance to sort of like reconnect with like the things that we initially fell in love with in terms of food. And we wanted to prove that you can be takeout but also be really amazing. We always have roasted chicken, and we always have roasted root vegetables. It varies with the season, but at its core, those two are always there. And then everything else, the 5 other entrees and sides, change every week. I'm surprised by how satisfying it is to like develop these personal relationships with these people, and like know that we're feeding them and their families. And I've seen people get married, I've seen people like pregnant and have kids, and seen kids growing up, and it's really kind of incredible knowing that you're providing food and therefore like love for people through cooking. It's very, very tangible for me anyways at this job, which is really awesome.